Hi, it's Pam Cover, the realtor. So my client called me another day about he want to sell his house. He just bought the home over a years ago with the program of first time home buyer and the lender and the seller, which I'm the buyer agent. So I help this buyer to receive 20,000 total for closing costs. So at the end of the day, at closing costs, he didn't have to bring any money at all to buy the home. And then we have strategy that he said, hey Pam, I want to have maybe 10 home, create wealth through real estate. So and then after a year, and then we connect again, and then he said he want to do the same thing to see if he qualify because he need a bigger space, bigger home. And then we connect him with the lender that give out a program that can give him 15,000 for closing costs, and the seller give 5,000 with the structure of I writing the contract offer for the buyer. So again, my buyer receive another 20,000 to buy second home. So total all in all within a year and 2 months, he received 40,000 money help from the lender and the seller. So the best part is on his first home is 150,000. He bring the money $0 to buy the home, and he also received about 700 back after settlement, from the bank, the credit, because he also work being a coast guard. So anyway, and then after he bought his second home and all those, the home equity on the first home, I help him rent out, so and get the profit of so his mortgage is 1,200, and with the rent is 1575, so 1,575. So he received about 3,700, I mean, sorry, $375 extra a month, right? So and then I calculate his ROI, rate of return, is exceed 300%, right? In this case it's extremely rare. It rarely happen. And he said he want to sell that first home because he think home equity come up maybe right now is, from 150 to 180, and then maybe he should sell it and take the money out and do something else. I'm like, what is your goal? I asked what is his goal first. If my client goal is like, you really need money, you need money for something else, then I said, okay, sell it. But what is your goal? So his answer is, yeah, I still want to stick with the same goal. You're right, Pam, keep the home and then keep buying another home. I said, that's right. If your goal is to own real estate, about 10 property before you retire, that is your goal is still the same. Then I suggest you, okay, because if I help you selling the home, it's more money for me because I get commission from selling your home, right? But I don't want that for you because you know why? You bought this home, like you got this property for free, and then you rent it out, you earning 375 a month, and that's your rate of return is about 375%. And then why would you sell? Because if you sell, even you gain equity about 30,000, and then the money that you already put down, the money that you already pay off, some of it is over a year, so couldn't be much. But however, all in all, after calculation, he said he will make about, I said, listen, you gain equity and whatever you owe the bank, you will have about 50,000, right? That's your profit. But thing is this way, you have to pay 6% to me and maybe the buyer, 6% of the commission, right? And also you have to pay two transfer tax for Delaware. And also you might have to pay the buyer, seller assistant, like when you bought the home, the seller help you 5,000. And also you might pay for some repair or a little bit or might not. But all in all, with 10% of your sale price, let's say 180,000, so you have to pay out 18,000, and with the profit you have 50,000 minus 18,000, you have only 32,000 left, right? 32,000, and then you have to pay capital gain because that is no longer your primary resident, is your rental because you rent it out like 4 months 6 months ago, right? So let's say you pay about 20 to 25. I'm gonna use 20% of capital gain tax to make it round number. So So it's 6,400 that capital gain that you have to pay. So let's say minus you we have about um let's say 7,000, so 23, 24, 25. So you we have about, let's say, 23 to 25,000 left. Or in all, after you thinking you will be able to take the money out from your property by selling it 50,000. No, you don't gain 50,000 because consider it realtor fee, 2% transfer tax, and the cost of expense of closing costs that you have to help the buyer and repairing. So only 23 to 25,000 left. That is not worth it because he get 3,000, like 375%. That's ROI. So I recommend him, even I gonna get money to selling your home, but I recommend for you to keep that rental property at least 10 year or 20 year. Then we talk about selling or do something, because use this benefit to keep your property and then make it rise over 10 years, 20 years. And then when time comes, you might want to sell to get big benefit, or you want to refinance to take the money out without paying tax or capital gain, or you can sell that and roll over to buy bigger property, nicer property, or buy your dream home. So I'm Pam Covey, the realtor, Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Maryland for state license. And also I can help anyone who interested in buying the home, selling the home, residential, and helping you to find a tenant, do the landlord job to qualify tenant for you. So hope I'm the right one for you. If you are looking for a local realtor who know inside out about investment property, also residential for living in, and also selling home, contact me, Pam Covey, your realtor for life.